All right, welcome everyone. If you're getting this message, hopefully you are registered for BIO202, which is Anatomy and Physiology 2, and we're Section 2, and this is a 5-week summer course. My name's Melinda McKinney, and I'm your instructor, and this is offered through Coconino Community College. It's entirely online, and it's extremely fast. We're going to go through a huge amount of material in a very short amount of time. So my goal and my aim is to help you get through it as successfully as possible. And so what I'm going to do today is to say welcome, that I'm here for you, that I am, even though it's virtual, I am accessible. I am available to meet in this sort of format with video conferencing through Zoom. So you can send me a message when you want to meet. We can talk this way. You can chat to me. You can send me inbox messages through Canvas, which is the traditional method. And I am going to schedule just times during the week when I'm available. So anyone who wants to drop in can, and you know that I'm going to be there. And if you want to talk to me in person, I'll be there. So tomorrow, Tuesday, will be our first drop-in meeting. The times I know are not going to be the same for everyone. So I'm going to set it for 10 o'clock tomorrow at Zoom. And I'll send an invite to every student in the class. If you're interested in dropping in just to say hello, great. You can choose to put your video on or not. But it's really great to have a sense of community. So if you're interested in that, please join me and I will send out that information. All right, so I am going to attempt to have very short videos in this class. All the research shows that students don't want to watch long, drawn out lectures. And so I'm going to have just short lectures, if you will, or informational videos where I talk to you about what to expect and give you some feedback on how the course is going and where we're going. And then I'll have other videos from the internet that people do much better than me for some of the content. Okay, so what I want to do today is talk about the overall course. So it's 5 weeks. We're going to cover material, and I'm going to go to Canvas. So right now I'm going to share this screen, and I'll jump to the corner. Share. Okay. And I'm just going to walk you through the course really briefly. So if you have not done Canvas before, you have an entire module. I'll show that to you in just a minute, where you will get more than enough information about how to use Canvas. So when you go to CCC, the main homepage, and I guess, let me show you that real quick. So if we go to Coconino Community College, and if you're getting this, you probably already know, but and mine just goes directly in. Shoot. That's not what I wanted. Let's see if I can find the homepage. Coconino Community College. There we go. Okay, so this is our homepage that's coming up here. And this is where you will be able to go through My CCC and log in. So this is where you're going to go. And this will log you in, and you'll have access to Canvas and to other items. I'll just log in now. Mine looks slightly different from yours because mine is for an instructor, but you will have, when this comes up, access to Canvas right here, and then lots of other places to go. One thing I just want to point out is that you do have access to a Google Drive, and you have basically unlimited storage there. It's great. Even though your email does not look like a Gmail account, it is Gmail. So you have access to all of the features that go along with that. So if you go into Canvas, then you're going to be able to select the courses. So this is just a general announcement. And then you'll go over here to the side. So this will look a little different if you're on your phone. If you are on your phone, I would suggest getting an app. So there are Canvas apps for the Android and for iPhones. And there's also Google Play, which just goes to the internet. It gives you a slightly better interface. So you go to the side, or if it's on the bottom, depending upon your interface, and scroll to the course that you're interested in. In our case, it's BIO20207. I'm going to click on that. And it'll bring us to our course. So I have it set up that our home page is the modules page. So if you go to home and click on that, it just goes basically to the module page. The course is formatted in modules. I would like you to move through the course using the modules. Please utilize this resource. Students can default to just looking at what's on my to-do list. I don't even want to go into the course to do anything. I do not suggest that you will miss key information. So please go through the modules. And what that means is you go through and you start at the top and you just move to the bottom through each module. The first one is called Home. So that's today. You have the home page for Bio 202. That's basically kind of our standard across CCC. It's a start here, syllabus, and modules. So if you start here, the first thing I tell you is that you need to spend about 24 hours a week on this class if you're a standard student that during a normal semester would spend 3 hours a week studying. So that equates to the class time plus 3 hours a week studying. So it's 3 times the speed, it's over 3 times the speed of a normal semester class, which is 16 weeks. So you're going to be doing 3 times the amount of work. We are not deleting information just because it's a accelerated class. So please be all in, make sure that you're scheduling your time and that you let people in your life know that you need to have time to do this and that it's a priority for you. Okay, so for the syllabus, you can download it. There's a hard copy, or you can look at the information here. The hard copy is always nice to have on your computer as something that is permanent that you can look at. There is a syllabus quiz based on this. It's one of the quizzes that is due tomorrow. So you'll read through the quiz, the syllabus, and then you'll take the quiz on it. So you can download by clicking on it, save it to your hard drive. You can click the preview button right next to the name and it should come up and you can scroll through the document that way. So it's 8 pages, it's kind of wordy, but it does have, this is all of the information in the course. Key things are how the course is structured. We will go through that a little bit today. There's going to be basically quizzes on the content. There's going to be learning quizzes and quizzes that test that you have learned it. So kind of low stakes initial quizzes, and then quizzes that test you in a more high stakes environment in a shorter period of time. And then you'll have practicals, which are basically focused on the lab work and what you do in identifying anatomical structures to the extent that we can do that in a virtual environment. Then you will also have discussions on a weekly basis, looking at current applications and news, talking with your classmates about the way that this fits into current topics. And then I think that's basically it. I tried to keep it really simple. We will have a couple proctored exams, which requires a webcam, or you visiting a campus. Okay, that would be the final, and 1 practical. Okay, so that's the syllabus. And again, I said I want to keep this short, so let me make sure that I'm on task. So clarity. So for me, and I think for students, what I've learned in my 10 years of teaching at CCC is that students want clarity, especially in an online environment where it's not as easy to get quick feedback. You need to know what is expected of me and exactly what I need to do. So that's been my intent when I organized this course. I have taught this course several times in person. This is my first time teaching it in an entirely online environment. So I am open to feedback into how I could make this a better experience for you. I have taught other courses online, so I am teaching from some experience in that manner. So what do you need? So we're going to go, I'm clicking out of the preview for the syllabus. I'm going down the syllabus and the course requirements. So today, if nothing else, please order your materials. The ones that are coming on Amazon, the dissections, they're going to take a while. So you want to get those in the queue so that we get those at least by the last week of the course. Okay, so materials. Number 1, free online textbook. The link is here. You can go to the link. You can just use it online. You can download the entire PDF to your computer. You can log in and highlight and make notes and make flashcards. You can also order a copy. If you order a copy, it's very affordable. You get 2 volumes like this. You may have it already. And this is about $40 $40 from Amazon. So it's black and white, but it's nice. You can highlight it. You also have on your required list a couple items that are not free. So one is this picture atlas. This is going to be, let me go back, from the bookstore. I put a link to the bookstore, so I'm just moving down, link to the bookstore. It is open, so you can check their hours, go in person, pick it up. This is their picture atlas. Hope if you had BIO202 from CCC, you should have this already. If not, please pick this up. It's a really nice, beautiful image format. Okay, so this is going to help us, especially with the labs. And also at the bookstore, you'll get a course pack. It's not in the binder. I put it in the binder, but it's loose leaf. And this is developed by one of our professors, Professor Lehman, and he has basically taken the material and given us a format for review, and especially for the labs. I am modifying this slightly. That information will be posted in Canvas because this was written for an in-person class, and we're modifying it for online. So there's portions that we're not going to do. You'll see in here talking about get your microscope. Obviously you can't do that, but we will have sections and pictures that you can zoom in on that are histological sections. You also will see in here, get your clay models. Of course, we're not doing that. So take this and just be willing to be flexible with it. Some of them we're gonna go as written, and they're gonna be helpful for us. There's also practice quizzes in here, which are very helpful, and a little bit of help with studying. So I am modifying some of this and posting it in Canvas, but you still need to have this as a study tool so that you have all of the information. Okay, that's required material. The next one, the one that you need to do time sensitive today, although these are all important to get as quick as possible, is are the dissections from Canvas. So I'm going back to syllabus, and we're going to the links. So the links that are provided in Canvas are for the dissections. There's 2 that you'll need to get right now, which is Monday at 11 a.m. on the first day of class, July 5th, or no, today's what, July 7th. It looks like it's going to arrive. For me, it's saying 16 to the 21st for the pig. It's $50 plus $11.95 shipping. So if you can get that as soon as possible, order that today. You're not going to get it for a few weeks, so we are going to need to delay that portion of the lab. So for example, the first lab on the endocrine system, it says dissect the pig. You can't do that, but we are going to do it later in the class. It'll serve as a good review. So it's important that we do it, but we just can't do it immediately. So I realize that most of you don't have this order in. That's fine. Just get that order in today. The other thing from Amazon, in addition to the fetal pig, is the cow heart. I have that. Let me see if I can get to it. Oh, here's the link, cow heart. For the cow heart, you're going to use your dissection equipment that you got with the pig. So it's $740 plus $895 shipping. Again, this one, July 16th to 21st. This date is moving around. I looked yesterday and it was like, it was slightly off. So if it's a little bit later, that's fine. This course goes until it goes through the first week in August. So as long as you get it by the very beginning of August, you will receive points for doing those dissections. And again, it won't be the same as doing it in this lab when we're learning the material, but it'll be a good review for the final. Okay, so those are the requirements. You know, I think that I am going to, yeah, let me keep this all together. Real quick for today, so I'm not sending you too many videos, an overview of the course. So we're going back to the module page. This is the home page, modules. You work through it. So start here, introduce yourself discussion. All right, so this is where the first assignment, introduce yourself. Yay, so we've got Jimena Mike has put some pictures in, excellent. We've got some people here, some responses. There's some great pictures. Yay, I'm so happy to see you guys. This is so fun. So please, the more that you can put in makes it more of a community experience to the extent we can. So I love this. So if you haven't done so yet, please start that discussion and get a sense for your classmates. And then after you post, go back and see who they are. Maybe there's someone in there that you have a lot in common with that you might want to reach out to during the semester. Okay, so going back. That's the discussion. Then there's the syllabus quiz. Again, this is on information from the quiz. So you just go through that. It's 10 points. You get 3 trials. So if you make a mistake that first one, go back in, do it again. You should be able to get 10 points for it. This is just to see that you've read the syllabus and you understand and you're committed to the format as laid out in the semester. Okay, so that's due tomorrow, 7th, right? Today's the 6th. Okay, so that's due tomorrow. So today is, I'm making this video on the 6th, which is Monday. So this is due tomorrow at midnight. So most of the assignments, they're going to default to being due at midnight. That's the standard. Going back, COVID-19. So for this one, especially because of COVID-19, we have a lot of students that are taking online courses for the first time. Maybe not, that's not your choice. You know, maybe you would prefer to have an in-person class. I understand that. I like seeing students in person, but this is the format we have. And no matter if you love this or if this is just what you have to do right now, I'm here to make sure that it's going to be a format that's clear and that you'll know how to navigate. So I do want to know if this is your choice, if this is the first time you've done it, if you have a webcam for the proctored exams, those type of things. So just answer this survey. As long as you answer every question, you get full points for it. So it's not graded right or wrong. It's just so that I can get an idea about where the course is and a pulse on where we're at. All right, next. Looks like the video is at, right. Good, I got through that. Okay, if it's your first time to Canvas, say you're from NAU, you've only used Blackboard, that's fine. There's an orientation here, which is on Canvas, very extensive. So you go through, you can update your notification preferences. For everybody, if you want to get it pushed to your smartphone every time you get a grade, sure, you can do that. This will tell you how, right? So go ahead, go through that. You can practice submitting an assignment. There's all kinds of things to do in there. Even if you've been on Canvas and you want to do it again, great. No points associated with it. If you're familiar with Canvas, you can skip it. Module 1. So the modules in this course, there are 5 modules. Module 1, week 1. Module 2, week 2. Module 3, yes, you're right, week 3, right? 4 and 5, and then we're done, super fast. So module 1 is complete. The rest of the modules I am still developing at this point in time, and they are not open yet, but they will be open by later in the week. So you will be able to work ahead. So today, module overview. This is really where I want you to look. Please do not pass this by just looking at your to-do list. So overview, Monday, that's today. Nothing is due, right? But please get started because tomorrow 4 things are due. The syllabus quiz is due. The COVID quiz, which is the ungraded survey or the graded survey is due. The introduce yourself discussion is due. Which you introduce yourself and you reply to other people. So make sure you get those 2 parts. And then chapter 1 quiz, that is due tomorrow. So 4 things due tomorrow, right? Wednesday, chapter 17, quiz 1 is due. This quiz, so each chapter we are gonna have 2 quizzes, except for chapter 1, which is review. So that's just 1. All of the subsequent chapters in this course, you will have 2 quizzes. The first quiz will be a learning quiz. I just called it quiz 1. The idea is no time limit, low stakes, 10 points, but there are several questions. These quizzes focus on the material from the textbook. So it's a way for me to incentivize, to help you want to work through the textbook, to read the material, and then to answer the questions. Please do not hit submit on this quiz until you are done. There's no way just to exit out and save it with a button. You have to just close your browser. When you close the browser and you don't hit submit, it will save it for you. You can go back in. If you hit submit, you're out of luck. You cannot go back and access that material. There are multiple attempts, but you will need to go back in and put all of that previous material in again. Okay, so make sure you get that done. You can start it now, look through it, have it open when you're reading the book. I'd encourage you to just use it as a study tool. The second quiz, this one is what we call a summative quiz. It's something that tests what you have learned. So it's a fast pace because I don't want you looking at the material for the first time, going and Googling it, going and finding it. I know to some extent you're going to do that, but it's timed and it's a fast manner because it should be from your memory banks. You should not have to go look at it, ideally, right? So short period of time. You read the question, you answer the question. It's not time for you to read the question, go look it up, look through your book and answer it. That's for the first one. Okay, the lab, there's a lab associated with each chapter. So lab chapter 17 is due on Thursday. That, look through the course. It's modified from the course pack. It's going to involve going to websites, looking at virtual types of anatomy, and then actually filling out a worksheet usually, or a dissection if we get to that point. That will be submitted through Canvas. And then there is a discussion. There'll be one discussion a week. Cut this back. So we have one discussion, it's on current events, and it's going to be on anything in this module. So this module covers chapter 17, which is the endocrine system, chapter 18, which is the cardiovascular system, starting with blood. And it's a review of body planes. So anything on the organ systems in general, the endocrine system or the cardiovascular system, blood, is fair game for this discussion. Look in there, you have websites where you have options for current events. You summarize the material, you cite it in APA format, which is standard scientific formatting, and then you reply to other members of your group. Everyone has already been assigned to a group. So you have been automatically assigned randomly to a group, 5 or 6 students. You're going to be in that group for the rest of the semester for your discussions. The discussions have 2 parts. Initially, you will go in and you will put your summary up there. You'll link to it. You need to have that done 48 hours before the final due date on that discussion. This is really important because it's only going to show up in your grade book as the due date is that final due date. But you have something due 48 hours before that. If you post after that, you will not get points. For the discussion, you have time to put your initial summary, and then you have 48 hours. Everyone should post in your group early, but the initial post, and then you have 48 hours to reply to 2 of those from your fellow group members. Okay, they're going to pose a question and you reply. Okay, I know I talked fast, but it's a video. You can go back over it if you need to. Also, I will be here at 10 a.m. tomorrow. I will send you a Zoom invite if you have questions and you want to, have that real-time dialogue. Okay, all right. Again, I am here to help you. I am not here to say only the students that have a great aptitude and already know this stuff will get through. This is a learning experience. So you are going to learn. This is an opportunity to be self-driven, to have agency, meaning you need to be proactive. You have to set the time. You have to go through the book. You have to write questions if you have them. Contact me if you have questions and we can cover them. Okay? All right. Welcome again, and I will be sending you an invite for the Zoom meeting tomorrow. And I'm stopping, stop share, and stopping.